Leo the last 4 long months, Scorpio. So for you, my loves, I'm doing a reading from my bed because I really hurt my ankle, so I hope you don't mind, but I wanted to get the energy out for you because Venus going into Virgo is going to have, well, first of all, Venus is the ruler of the eclipses that we're having in October. So October 14th is a lunar eclipse in Libra, and then October 28th is a solar eclipse in Taurus, and both Libra and Taurus are ruled by Venus. So Venus going into Virgo is going to have a drastic change versus what it's been like in Leo. So for Scorpios, I wanted to get just a idea because we're ending our 12-month cycle here. We're about to step into our season on October 23rd, right? And so to end our, we always end in Libra, and it's always that month before our solar return that we need to draw our energies back and really take a introspective into the energy field that we are, you know, the catalyst to. And we are the change agents. I say we because I have a Scorpio stellium. So I've got four heavy big hitters in my Scorpio energy. So I know all about it, and I know about the sign, and I love it. I love us a lot. So that's why I'm doing this. Look, Queen of Cups. That does represent Scorpionic energy, the Queen of Cups. Love it. Underlined by the star. Well, yes, of course. All right, so I'm going to show me some energy for Scorpio for Venus and Virgo. That's happening on October 9th, by the way. The Emperor. It's an Aries energy. The Emperor. Okay. And then we've got the 5 of Pentacles here. Ooh. And the 9 of Swords. Those are horrible things to get together. These energies are horrifying. Because it's about insomnia, sleepless nights, feeling outcast, feeling left behind. The 5 of Pentacles is about feeling left behind. The 9 of Swords is about atrocious, intrusive thoughts. Damn. So there's a possibility here for you to have some sort of approach to relationships as the Emperor, you know, as this Aries dominating, controlling, rigid feel. You could really approach your relationships with a mental construct of like victim. If you approach the relationship as a victim, you will get abused. That's an example. So this is telling me that there's a very good chance, especially going when Venus is going into Virgo, that's going to bring about in our relations a lot of detail oriented. The Virgo energy is very, very details, and it takes a fine tooth comb to things. It looks through a magnifying glass times a million at things. It just keeps dissecting, and we already do that as Scorpios. We already go deep and then go deeper. So there's a real danger here of getting stuck into this monotonous loop of bad feelings. Because listen, as Scorpios, we experience a lot of tumultuous stuff, okay? That's a fact. And it's going to be too easy for us to stay into that energy and to feel gloomy and to feel bad and to really approach relationships from a certain mental, like your mind is made up. Because, you know, we have to grant ourselves some freedom here. Yeah, look at this, the world. The world is about reaching a culmination point, an ending. It's a celebratory energy. It's like, you did it. Good for you. You did this. You climbed that very tumultuous mountain and you reached the top, and now you can celebrate and have some joy and allow yourself to take a load off, So with the world, this is about, Scorpio, what is it that you're looking for? What frees your energy? What makes you feel light? What is in your energy that is creating more humor, more laughter, more ease of presence? I feel because we are catalysts of change for so many others, we don't try even. We literally just are present sometimes in somebody else's story, and we are the catalyst for the change in their lives. And I've had this happen to me so many times, and I'm sure a lot of my fellow Scorpios have, because that's just what we do. We're the change agents. God has entrusted us with a lot of power. We also we can't be fooled. We are the human lie detector, and we need to loosen up our grip on ourselves. Okay, show me Scorpio's biggest challenge, as if that isn't it already, but show me the challenge here. So the Eight of Pentacles, which is a Virgo energy. This is a Virgo energy. Your biggest challenge is overworking, seeing to the details, looking too much at the microscope. See how this bird is pecking down at the pentacle? It's like, it's not enough that you worked your ass off and you can line them up above you. You've got to literally inspect it now. That's the challenge here, is to free yourself, Ace of Swords, of these mental constructs and pitfalls that can truly sidestep you from your entire soul's incarnation intention. And you think all the while that you're doing something meaningful because, well, you're taking care of business, right? And you're taking your time with things and you're paying attention to details, but no, that's not the way around this. And this is crazy. Another ace, the Ace of Wands. There's a beginning here, and I know that it's going to be our solar return, so all right, what is show me, whoa. I was asking in my head what's hidden from Scorpio. Page of Pentacles. This is about your dreams. This is about your desires. This is about bringing into form that which you are creatively abundant within. It's about your creative ambitions that feed your inner star. There's a real need for you to be true to who you are and not be bogged down by all this heavy duty energy, because the past experiences that you've gone through thus far have been jarring and jolting, and a lot of towers, scarring, scar tissue, that others can't see. But the thing here is that you need to focus on how you are still here. You survived all these things, and don't be defined by the experiences. Allow yourself a freedom. I feel like this constrictive force upon us, and I feel so easily drawn to it. It's almost like it's my very demise, but I'm easily led down this journey right to it, and it's going to chop my head off, but I'm like skipping and hopping to my very end. But meanwhile, the journey that would bring me freedom, happiness, jovial energy in my daily life is the one that looks like hardship to me, is the one that looks like I don't deserve it, is the one that looks like, oh no, that's not for me, when there's some form of deceit here in your internal monologue. There's some form of self-deceit, and being that you are a human lie detector, if you sit with yourself quietly for just a short time, you'll immediately, well, not immediately, but you will soon understand what it is you're doing to yourself. And if you don't have the motivation to do it for yourself at this time, think of the few people in this world that you love more than yourself. The 1 to 5 people, if you're so lucky to love, that you would literally, like Eminem says, cut an arm off for. Not just saying it, do it. You would literally do it. Think of those people, the people that you feel that way about. See their faces. And think about the you that they are experiencing when you are focused on strife and difficulty and such a narrow lens that you literally have to get down face first into the pentacle to inspect it, to make sure that it's up to par, when they could be experiencing this Scorpio, the one that is creative and envisioning future legacies and inspiring others and being that catalyst for change, but in loving multiple ways, and not being so damn hard on themselves, because by doing so you're being hard on those that you love the most. Treat yourself as though you were those people, because sometimes we don't have the drive that it takes to be good to ourselves, and it helps sometimes to think of ourselves as the people we love the most and what we would want them to do to their life journey, and how we would really love their decisions to be made in their best interest, and then turn that beautiful radiant love onto yourself, because how you treat yourself and how you go about daily life in this world is going to have a massive impact on those people and so many others that you can't even foresee. But it's like, be the change that you want to see type of energy. And yet, I don't know, I just feel like there's a big self-loathing aspect here. 5 of Cups. There's a self-loathing. Every time I look down at the cards I just shuffled, the card, what I'm describing is there. And there's a typical way of looking at what's lost here. See how they're looking at the 3 that are spilled, not the 2 that are full. So I'm really encouraging you, Scorpio, to step into this joyful place so that you can begin to just be free of the crap that you've endured. And yeah, look, this just makes me think of that song Dog and Butterfly by Heart. But it's the 9 of Pentacles, and there's a butterfly, there's a sun, there's a wolf, and there's a beautiful bird, and there is so much great energy in this card. And a butterfly is about transformation. We all know this. It's a beautiful equivalent to scorpionic energy. You know, Scorpios, we go through when we are our lower energy Scorpios, and then we grow and experience things, and then we evolve and we become more enlightened, and the more ascended Scorpio is going to treat themselves right, treat themselves better here. The Star, again, I keep getting this card underlying a lot of the messages here. It's like you are the star. You truly are for so many. And your own soul. So I really want you to be mindful of this time ahead, and to know that by drawing attention to these things, you can easily divert and not set into stone something that was a temporary situation, not making it a permanent fixture in your life story. Now, what was a temporary situation, let it be temporary. Integrate it. First of all, feel it. Let it flow. No matter how painful, no matter how ungodly it feels, you have to allow yourself to feel it, share it, integrate it into your light and dark, shadow and divinity selves. And by doing so, you become more unified within. And as within, so without. As above, so below. I just feel really inspired by the opportunity that lays before us. And I wanted to share this message, and I hope that as many Scorpios as possible hear it and really know just how amazing we are and how much we're needed on this planet right now. All right, what's the incoming energies for Scorpio? Oh, of course, the Magician. The Magician. Now, the Magician is a Virgo and Gemini energy. It's about alchemicalizing, transmuting. It's about sheer focus and will, and having control over where you pay attention to. And like I just said, as above, so below, that is the Magician. As above, so below. And they have all the elements necessary at their disposal. And yeah, and then all these beautiful messages from the divine, from Mother Earth. This is the 8 of Wands. And it's about hearing the call, hearing, you are a channel, a conduit for many things, especially the different dimensions and different unseen parts of life. And it is important that you hear the messages properly and discern the energy properly. So this is a 1 and an 8. Some of you could be born November 1st. Some of you could be born November 8th. Some of you could be born November 18th here. November 4th. King of Swords, Sagittarian energy here. And whoa. The King and the Queen of Swords. This is about unifying the different aspects within, and it's about a true pair. Wow. That's insane. I'm not that crazy about this coupling because they're not the most emotionally integrated couple because they're more about, you know, thoughts and the law, and but they do love fiercely. They do. And I think that Aquarius energy is pretty prominent now for you. We are in Libra season, like we've discussed, and that's air. And so there's a real opportunity here for you to be that alchemist, I should say, in your own life, and keep the good and get rid of the lower frequencies and rebalance, recalibrate, and stand up into your own divinity and stand out of these. Another 8 of Swords is a very self-imposed limitations. The person in the 8 of Swords illustration is always able to free themselves. They are the ones that keep themselves in this cage, prison, stalemate, setback. And that's why the King and Queen of Swords is here, because there's law and order, there's reason, there's intellect, there's so much mental strength and capability to see clearly situations and to draw the good out, lose the bad, keep that heart light as a feather. You don't want your heart to be heavy and weighed down. That's no way to live life. Show me, well, we did everything really with that. Alright, so let's get you one of these. Show me for Scorpio, please, for this reading. Alright, thank you. The High Priestess. I am one with my soul, and my soul is a legacy of love. And didn't I talk about the legacy? Wow. And the High Priestess, this is all about the subconscious. It's being a guardian to 2 different worlds. 2 worlds at a time, earth and spirit. Yeah. And then the Princess of Mercy. Giving is receiving. The energy of the universe is merciful. The energy of the universe is merciful. The energy of the universe is merciful. Scorpio, excuse me, I just had to look up the story of this Princess of Mercy. So, the Princess of Mercy represents an incarnation and fulfillment of mercy. She was a Chinese princess who is believed to have lived during the Tang Dynasty, 618 to 907, to have been the incarnation of the goddess Kuo Yin. She is the daughter of a king who wanted her to marry a wealthy man in order to secure more wealth and power for himself. When she refused, the king sent her to live in a monastery on a secluded island off the coast of China. When the king found out that she had transformed the barren island into a paradise, he got so angry that he ordered the monastery to be burned to the ground. And when she saw the monastery in flames, she pricked the tip of her tongue with a hairpin and magically summoned a storm that put out the fire. The king then ordered Miao Shan's execution, but no blade or sword could kill her. Instead, each weapon shattered into pieces before touching her body. After several attempts, a gorgeous glowing white tiger appeared, and spirited Miao Shan ran away. The tiger took her to meet Yama, the ruler of hell. Miao Shan immediately heard the suffering of the souls all around her, and one by one she liberated them with the fierce power of her empathy. Yama had to send Miao away because she was transforming hell into heaven. He gave her the peach of longevity as a gift. Mao Shan meditated for many years on the island of Pudo Shan. News reached her that the king was on the verge of death and that he needed the eyes and arms of a person without anger in order to live. Mao Shan gave him her eyes and arms. The king was revived and came to honor the person who had saved his life. When he saw that his savior was Mao Shan, he fell to his knees, humbled by the extent of her mercy. When your soul selects her card, the author articulates the process of empathy so clearly when she writes, "Empathy is the most mysterious transaction that the human soul can have, and it's accessible to all of us, but we have to give ourselves to the opportunity to identify, to plunge ourselves in a story where we see the world from the bottom up or through another's eyes or heart." Empathy is mercy's twin sister. When we can feel into the reality of someone else's suffering, we open up to the possibility of mercy. Mercy comes from the old merc, which means exchange. Mercy is the embodiment of compassion. It can feel easy or even natural to have compassion for people who have never harmed us personally. But mercy is having compassion for someone who has. Mercy requires that we give something of ourselves, which is symbolized by Mao Shan's giving her eyes and arms to the king. It can feel like a great sacrifice to be so giving towards someone who has been giving us nothing but suffering. Here's where the magic comes in. The law of the universe is merciful. The more we give, the more we receive. When the king realized the profound act of mercy his daughter bestowed upon him, Mao Shan transformed into her true manifestation as the 1,000-armed Kuan Yin. Mao Shan is a reminder that giving is the true receiving. When we refuse to release our anger towards someone, we're blocking the flow of the universe within us. We are not harming the person who harmed us by remaining angry. We are keeping ourselves from receiving the love and light that is already ours. And then it says, who could I give mercy to in this moment? And the intention is giving is receiving. The energy of the universe is merciful. Who can I give mercy to in this moment? So I'll leave you with that, beautiful Scorpios, and I hope that these messages helped. Subscribe to the channel, like the video if it resonates for you guys. Love you guys so much. Take care.